What's going on, YouTube? Rukari here, back with another episode of the Minotaur Hotel, and I really wanted to get back to this after all the drama with Itch.io and Steam and NSFW games, even if I am playing the safe-for-work version, because I can't quite figure out how to get the update to keep my files saved, so we're gonna keep going on and see what the heck just tried to gore us. Your instincts push you to flee back to the hotel, but an unnatural rumble fills the air, a deep bass drilling paralysis into your bones and muscles. The snake himself reels back as though leaping out of the way, but the creature's presence petrifies him just as much as it does you. Your eyes meet and mortality is laid bare as thoughts rush forth between the two of you. I'm going to die, can't end like this, not now, it's too soon, I was sloppy, I let my guard down, should've known it'll end before I feel anything. No. I can't die yet. That kind of looks like the wooden bull from the whole creation of Asterion legend with the queen and the white, you know. You know. The snake's eyes shift towards the hotel's entrance and then to the statues around you. Muscle is drawn taut, strains, and then bursts as you and Argos leap out of the way, just as the thing drops its head to ram and gore its target. Just as you turn and run back to the hotel, you catch sight of Argos throwing something to the side before slithering away. The creature's hooves dig into the ground and it bellows again, but it does not charge just yet. Only once you've crossed the hotel's threshold and turned around again do you hear at last hooves trampling the soil, a bellow, a hiss. The monster bucks before crashing its front legs down onto Argos' pelt. And when you look upward, you find the snake coiled around the shoulders of a tall god wearing a winged cap and sandals. That's Hermes. The monster bucks and stomps on the pelt again, then tries to dig at it with its horns. Argos opens his mouth as if to yell out a command. Before his voice rings out, you can already anticipate it. "You almost killed me, you wretched imbecile," he would say. "And that's my heirloom, a sacred object used in the gods' worship." That's what one would expect from the foreman. But the creature's bellowing drowns out his treacherous hiss. He is weak and powerless before this thing. Argos then hides himself behind the god's shoulders, away from your sight, and that's when you notice something on the ground by the pelt. A weathered, leather-bound book lying wide open on its spine. In trying to gore Argos' pelt, the creature stomps and kicks the book, sending a few of its pages flying off with the wind. One such page passes over the hotel's threshold, landing not too far from your feet. You obtained a stray page. I really want to try and read it, but I can't make heads or tails of any of that. Okay. So, theoretically, because I am, like, the one in charge, I should be able to tell it to go away, right? Like, I have the power here. So I'm gonna command it to go away. Away, you wretched thing! Be gone! The thing turns towards you and then tilts its head left and right to get a good look at this mortal who would command it. It paws at the dirt as if preparing to charge, but then something shifts in its eyes. Thirst for violence gives way to a bitter obedience. The creature looks up to the pelt and, one can hope, realizes the futility of its efforts. It turns around and, still looking back at you, disappears into the valley. I'm telling you, that's gotta be the wooden bull from the legend. You can come down now, Argos. The thing is gone. Are you okay? The snake offers no response, so you approach the statue and look up at him. Argos? It almost got me. If I was just an inch to the left, it would have gored my eye out. Jeez, are you injured? No, but I feel lightheaded. Get down here. You might be having some kind of reaction. I'll make some water for you. Drink it. The foreman clings to the statue, even as he drops down from it, not unlike a child trying to climb down from a tree too tall. Dazed as he is, he displays no concern for his self-image. He dips his snout right into the bowl of water you summon and takes shy, rhythmic gulps. His eyes are red and his cheeks are streaked with tears. Every dozen or so gulps, he stops to breathe, rub his dripping nose, and let out another sob. I don't like this. Getting attacked by a monster out to torture you? I don't want to kick you while you're down, but now you've had a taste of what Asterion must have gone through. That's not... The pelt! I have to find it. The foreman searches around the foot of the statue. There it lies, intact, albeit marred by a few hoof prints. His eyes hunt further, however, a bit off to the side. Wide open and hemorrhaging pages is a leather-bound volume once hidden in the pelt's inner pocket. My book! No! He leaps, ignoring the pelt to cradle the destroyed book against his chest and let out all his accumulated sobbing. His first fit of tears today had a childlike quality to it, while the second one was fraught with fear. This, however, is the chest-splitting cry of loss beyond words, harsh enough to tear one's throat apart and turn the mourner into a coughing mess. Any attempt to gather the pages is doomed. Even now, as he tries to hug and put them back together, half a dozen slip from his grasp and fly away. Come on, you don't need to cry. It's just a book. If you want, I can get you any one you want. No, this one's one of a kind, and now it's ruined. It's missing pages, too. I can help you find them. They can't have been blown too far. If we start searching now, we might be able to find them all. Just leave the pelt on the statue. I don't want a repeat of this incident. The foreman is so engrossed in his grief that he doesn't answer. You follow the wind's direction and find half a dozen scattered pages a few meters away, and a handful more stuck on dried bushes. You take a look at the contents, but only see strings of writing in an alphabet you've never seen before. You focus and command the realm to use its magic to translate it, but the letters don't budge. Defeated, you go back to picking up pages just as Argos joins you. If you don't mind me asking, what's this book about? Is it Asilius? Maybe Menander? No, it's a special book. I can't tell you what it's about. Why? I thought I was your boss. Why should you get to keep secrets like that? Because it's only for the Argoi. It's ours. Can't I write up a contract changing that? No! Please don't! Don't take it from me! Rukari, promise you won't or I'll never talk to you again! Oh, feisty, aren't you? I'd never expect such words from my most loyal servant. I'm having an awful day. I have my limits, too. Once there are no more pages left to be found, Argos hides in the shade of a statue and starts piecing his book back together. But the work is arduous. It takes up to a minute for the foreman to check each page over, as he too seems to struggle with its script. Perhaps exhaustion overtakes him. After a certain point, the snake just hugs his pile of papers and looks off to the distance. His tongue darts in and out, tasting the air, but ends up catching a stray tear that had been clinging to his chin. You, the statue, and the massive valley all tower over this abandoned boy who only dreams of going back home. Rukari, there's something I've been thinking about for a while now. What I'm about to ask may be a bit puzzling to you, but would you say I'm a good person? Argos, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but torturing people is fundamentally incompatible with being good. But I haven't tortured anyone! Are you sure? All this time you've been trying to convince me to send Asterion out. The first time you called me, he had a panic attack. Just hearing your flute is enough to get him anxious. Now we've both seen what awaits him, and you don't seem to like it when it's done to you. What did you think would happen if Asterion came down here? I know he can get hurt, but it's not me doing the torturing. That's not my job. I'm just here to help you do it. And if I did send him out and he got injured, wouldn't you share responsibility for convincing me? Let me try again. My duties as Argos aside, would you say I'm a good person? I'm not sure I can separate you from what your job is, or from what you've been trying to accomplish all this time. Being willing to torture someone, or even to aid in it, says a lot about a person. I'm sorry, guy, but... I see. So I'm not a good person. I can't say you are, no. You give him a pat on the back.
And yet, even with all I've done, all the grief I've tried to bring Asterion, and despite your friendship with him, you still treat me well. I'm just a detestable serpent, and you have all the luxury and friends you could wish for up there. But still, you are down here.
I suppose you being a bad person doesn't mean I can't tolerate you, or maybe even be your friend. I'm not the kind to mistreat others.
What a lousy master you are.
Yep, better get used to it.
Oh, I am already. I wish we had met under different circumstances. I would have enjoyed being your friend. A proper one.
Well, we could be friends, if you drop the whole torture thing.
We could, yes. But would it be wise for the frog to carry the scorpion across a river? That is to say, I'm sorry, but I can't.
He looks away. You sound almost regretful when you put it like that. The snake bites his thumbnail, or perhaps chews it. With his free hand, he hugs his stray pages closer. The two of you stand there, as still as the gods' statues. All the commotion left you covered in sweat, which makes the valley's breeze quite welcome. Argos does not care for that breeze. Instead, it's your presence which soothes him.
I enjoyed my time with you, Rukari. Now, you won't be sending Asterion out, I understand, but as I said earlier, I can keep teaching you about the labyrinth. Would you be up for...
I'll think about it. But you know, there is something that would really sweeten the deal for me. Would it be too much to ask you not to wear the pelt anymore? Even aside from being in poor taste, today I saw that it's apparently also dangerous.
I can't deny that, and you haven't seen half of it either. I really only wear it when I come to speak with you. It's part of the ceremony. Usually I go without, makes the monsters less active. So, yes, I can do that. No more pelt, I promise.
He extends a hand to you, the gentleman. You, however, are gifted with great heritage of mankind, which tells you that such a meek gesture won't do it all. You pull him in by the arm and bless the snake with the back-breaking hug he deserves, squeezing with the might of Poseidon's seas, both to inflict companionship and revenge. The foreman wheezes out a response.
My lord, I can't breathe.
And yet, harder you hug, for he has earned your mercy in its fullest multifaceted form.
I yield.
Indeed, only then do you let the rascal free.
I deserved that, I suppose.
Every bit of it, and 10,000 times more.
What a most kind monarch. I should go now. I've taken up too much of your time.
I do have other matters to attend to, yes?
And I'm sure it must be some blasphemous Minotaur protecting business.
It absolutely is.
What an odd master you are. You hold quite the affection for him, don't you?
If I didn't, I wouldn't be going through all this effort, would I?
Do you love him? No, do not answer. Forget I even asked. This land has seen so many masters, both frightful and kind, but never has it witnessed one such as you. Perhaps this is the will of the gods. On this matter, however, I should not speculate. It is not my place.
Argo slithers off into the night.
Good night, master. May you be the greatest lord this realm has ever seen. Whatever path you choose, I will remain by your side.
we actually get the snake on the right side of the law for once, metaphorically speaking. I need a drink of tea. God, his voice. In the safety of your office, you examine the 2 sheets of parchment you saved from Argos' book. No matter how much you glare and squint at them, however, the pages do not yield their contents to you. Their script is written in symbols altogether alien to your eyes. So far, the hotel hasn't experienced difficulties with translating any language in particular, so why is this the exception? Unlocking the true contents of this document will take some effort, but perhaps it can be done with enough people. That's what R&D is for, one could argue. Yeah, but I don't know that that's exactly what I want to focus my efforts on when it seems so private to him. Like, he really didn't want me to know what it said. During dinner, you remain quiet about what transpired down below. No reason to burden Asterion with Argos' shenanigans. You must be strong and bear this yoke yourself, for your friend. Go on as with any normal night. How was your day, buddy?
It was a fine one. A guest approached me before checking out, and he said the sweetest thing. As soon as he laid eyes on me, in the blink of an eye, he rushed up to me and said that if I ever visit Malta, he knows a great hotel. A friend of his works there and could get me a great deal. He went as far as saying he would come and raise hell himself if anyone disrespected me there.
What a nice sentiment.
Indeed.
The Minotaur supports his head with a hand on his shin while keeping his gaze fixed on you.
This thing, this dream of humanity, is what I missed and wanted.
And humanity missed you, whether it knows it or not. He lets out a drawn-out grumble as he readjusts his legs. You can just catch the clop of his hooves.
Thank you. Without you, I wouldn't have any of this.
Ah, kobold waiters. One cannot tell who started it, but after Nono drops by to deliver your meals, your hands find themselves side by side, touching on their flanks. Neither of you notice it while it lasts, but as soon as it ends, the emptiness lingers, sweet and nostalgic. Oh, they're so adorable. Just be happy. Okay. Pending projects. We've still got a lot of stuff to do. We still have to make the mythical gym, the poolside bar. I don't think I want to work on Argos' diary. And then there's the mystery thing that's not available. So what are you all doing? Contract tech. I mean, yeah, because I still do want to keep going with Asterion's project. I should hang out with my staff eventually at some point, but I just, you know, it's my guy. He's my boy. And at least until we have some more people to R&D, I don't really want to take away from the R&D because I want to get this stuff and I need a lot of tech for that. And a lot of materials that I actually don't know what I have. Okay, I have 13 raw materials, so we're close to getting that. I don't know what my tech is, though. I suppose I should probably try to befriend Robert a little more so he actually works with us, because I don't think right now he does work with us. So maybe... Asterion has mostly contract, so it'll get us more contract than we need. But I think I should probably get to know Robert a little more, as much as his voice kills me. Just so that we can maybe recruit him or something. Yeah, I'm done planning for now. Gotta prepare for this one. You head to the lounge. You look towards the familiar corner of the room and find Robert, alone as usual. This time, the demon waves at you while you pass by. You stop for some chit-chat. What was your voice? What was your voice? I don't remember. I'm gonna go with the best I got. What is today's curiosity, Rukari? I don't think it was that, but it's all I could think of at the moment. Eager, aren't you? I didn't even bring it up this time.
I've come to enjoy our talks.
It's not often I have an open conversation with a human who sees my true nature.
In that case, would you be up for telling me a bit about that true nature? What is there to know about demons?
Curious about my people? Very well. That I can answer. Although I'm afraid what I have to say is underwhelming. There are many kinds of demons, and I can only speak of my people from the realm of Nuremberg. Let us make a comparison for a second, Rukari. I met that Kota fellow, the dragon. He has a bit of divinity in him. Not much, just a flickering flame, but it is there. Meanwhile, Lucas, or Luke as he prefers to be called, he is closer to you and I. He told me of his family, and he is from an old pedigree, that of the Greeks. Their old mythical beings all carry a fragment of humanity, and some argue their oldest ancestors were humans modified by the gods. That is the case for Asterion, is it not? I can see it in him, shining, a steady flame of humanity. Mixed, however, an exquisite thing his soul is. On the topic of humanity, there is very little separating you and I, Rukari. The demons of Nuremberg are imbued with a great deal of that which makes humans, unlike most others of our species. Our shell, however, is different from a human's, chaotic, chthonic matter. Magma, as you can see.
Technically it would be lava because you're not inside a volcano.
It makes good armor. The life of a demon is often dangerous, and so we are all equipped to defend ourselves. Your classical demons of the spade-tipped tail kind are weaker and more adept at disguising as humans. It is useful for those who deal in souls. But my kind has no need for disguises. We rarely leave Nuremberg, and when we do, the usual charms suffice. Still, despite my appearance, I am gifted with a great deal of humanity. Which is why I have enjoyed my time here, around others of our kind. I know my likeness sets me apart, but my job is to defend the souls of the poor against the misdeeds of the wretched. So I enjoy it here, the company of fine men and women. I hope my company somehow lightens your day as well, Rukari.
I don't know what voice to give him at all. You and Robert enjoy some time together talking about his appreciation for humanity. You leave with a spring in your step. And a frog in my throat. Let's check it on the R&D team. We can complete a project. Do you want to complete your research and continue working towards something else? We are not translating the pages yet. We are adding a bar to the swimming pool. Later in the day, your phone sings the most angelic of arias as it delivers its world-changing message. It is done. Your crown jewel, the proof of both your might as a leader and the favor of the gods, the most complex architectural marvel this realm has ever seen, the poolside bar. This is it. With this feat of engineering, the hotel is complete. Now you are ready for whatever inspectors may come to evaluate your fine establishment's installations. But first you must embark upon the most arduous and grievous task of them all, testing it to the utmost rigor. We're gonna get drunk at the bar. You cannot do it alone. A commander needs an army, after all. And much like last time, every member of your staff is eager to join in, to ensure the facilities are all working as intended, of course. After finishing up some paperwork in the office, you head out at last to the pool area. There you find a certain bovine companion of yours taking advantage of the temporary closure. Back and forth Asterion swims, free from the burden of holding himself back on account of any others in the water. The musculature under his fur bunches and flexes, working to drive him forward with every reach of his arms or kick of his legs. His breath gusts out of his nose every time it breaks the surface, sending out a spray of droplets before him. You find a sun lounger nearby and sit down to watch him. At last, the Minotaur notices you and swims over to hang on the pool's edge as he speaks.
Oh, Rukari, forgive me. I couldn't resist going for a brief swim.
His ears flick as he labors to catch his heaving breath. You give him a smile. There's nothing to forgive. In fact, if I had thought to bring my swimsuit, I might join you for a little while. Having fun?
Yes, I am.
I'm glad. Though it sounds like you could use some refreshment after that swim. You want to come dry off and head over to the bar, see how Koda's got everything set up? Yep, those are the trunks. He nods and takes a more leisurely swim over to the steps out of the pool. You follow him along the edge, meeting him as he rises out of the water, and stand by as he starts toweling off.
This fur of mine, I apologize, this might take a while again.
Might be a good idea to find a solution for that, especially if we start getting more mythical guests with lots of fur. But for now, maybe a breezy cotton shirt could help?
Do you think so?
Couldn't hurt, and what would be more appropriate for sipping drinks by the poolside? The Minotaur shifts from hoof to hoof, still scrubbing away at himself with his towel. Finally, defeated, he turns to hang it over the back of the lounger and gives you a nod.
If you say so, then I will trust your judgment on this matter.
And poof. You close your eyes and hum the tune, already picturing the garment's pattern. The color, however, remains in question. Let's go with green. I don't want to do red on him. Green. At last you decide upon a green Hawaiian shirt. You've always preferred that color, and the calm hue will go well with the pool's relaxing atmosphere. It materializes in your hand, perfectly sized for Asterion and ready for the Minotaur to wear. Here, try this on. Not buttoned at all, of course. Asterion dons the shirt, allowing it to hang open over his broad chest. He rubs the material between a thumb and forefinger and shifts his shoulders to feel how it brushes over his damp fur. You like it?
Yes, it is very comfortable, and this pattern seems quite joyful, even carefree. I have always liked flowers, though I must admit I am unfamiliar with this kind.
They're a tropical species. You see them at the beach all the time. Hibiscus, I think. His large finger traces over one of the petals, and a small smile blooms on his face.
I see. They are quite beautiful. I am still not sure if putting something on over my fur will truly accelerate my drying, but I do very much like it. Thank you, Rukari. Now, about those drinks.
And the kobolds are back. On the way over, you and Asterion pass by the kobolds. The trio are swaddled in their towels and resting in the warm sunlight, having apparently tuckered themselves out playing in the water. All three of them are enjoying a bright and colorful smoothie each, slurping up the fruity treat through looping, swooping, crazy straws. At your approach, they wave to you with chirps and murmurs of lazy contentment. After greeting the tiny group with nods and waves of your own, you continue on to the pool bar proper. Please just tell me they don't give alcohol to those little crackheads. You step into the shade under the canopy and find Koda bustling about behind the counter. Luke sits at one of the nearby umbrella-shaped patio tables, once more dressed only in his Speedo and a smile on his face. He's drinking from an aluminum beer can. Light, naturally. And at his feet lies Wolf, a large bowl of ice-cold water inches away from the canine's muzzle. Everyone present murmurs a greeting in your direction, as you and Asterion take your seats at the bar.
Rukari, Asterion, there you two are!
Yeah, I had to finish up some paperwork in the office before coming out, and Asterion needed to dry off a bit after his swim. But here we are, and we could both use a good bit of refreshment.
Well, you've come to the right place. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of making the drink menu as comprehensive as possible.
I'm not surprised. Smoothies included?
Of course, I thought it best to offer a few non-alcoholic options for those who don't or cannot partake.
Very respectable, I like that. Good thinking.
So what will you have, Rukari?
I am a fruity kind of person. Strawberry daiquiri all the way. Well, it is pretty hot out here. How about a strawberry daiquiri?
Coming right up.
Koda pours rum, lime juice, and sugar into a blender, then chops up a few strawberries from the fruit bowl on the counter to add to the mix. He blends it all up with a good amount of ice and finally serves the result to you in a hurricane glass.
Here you go, nice and fresh. And what about you, Asterion?
I think it would be nice to try what Rukari is having.
Kota is quick to make Asterian's drink, serving it up in no time flat. Kota, I should probably say this more often, but I'm glad you ended up being our first staff member. You're a perfect fit for running a bar.
Thank you, Rukari. I certainly do try. As I said before, once we get some staff together to run things out here, I wouldn't mind at all lending a hand from time to time.
Okay, you've convinced me. I'll work it into your schedule, alright?
Thank you.
As you take another sip of your drink, Luke slides up to lean on the counter next to you.
Hey there, boys! Y'all having fun over here without me?
The griffin's shoulder brushes against yours. Asterian's eyes lock onto the point of contact. Wouldn't dream of it.
Good! Then, Bluey, how about you grab me another beer and we really get the fun started, brother?
Luke, it's the middle of the day.
Come on, boss man, line up! Besides, you're one to talk. At least I'm having light beer instead of...
His eyes wander down to your drink. Then he lets out a quiet snort.
Does that girly shit even taste good?
It does, yes. Much better than light beer, that's for damn sure.
Wow, Rukari, rip my heart out of my chest, why don't you?
Well then, don't knock my girly shit until you've tried it. The griffin opens his beak to retort, then clacks it shut. You have tried it, right?
Well, no.
What better time then? Who knows? You just might like it. For one, cocktails are often a lot stronger than beer because of the amount of spirits in them.
I doubt that, but sure, I'll try anything once. One strawberry daiquiri. Yeah, one of those, please, Bluey.
Coming right up.
I feel like Coda's the type, or not Coda, Luke's the type to be like, no, fuck girly drinks, that the second he tries one, he absolutely loves it. Coda turns away to prepare Luke's requested drink. Almost as soon as he sets it down, the griffin grabs it up.
Alright, here goes nothing.
He takes a long, slow, considering sip.
Huh, you know what? This is pretty damn good.
See, I told you.
Yeah, guess you did. Sorry for doubting you, boss man. Catch y'all later.
As he saunters off back to his table, straw firmly in his beak all the while, you turn to the smiling dragon behind the bar. You made his virgin, right?
I did, yes.
You nod, taking another sip. Good man. Yeah, no, he doesn't need rum, especially if he's just living off light beer. When all is said and done, the bar is declared a rousing success by every member of your staff. Having had your fill of fun for the day, all of you spend the remainder of the afternoon finishing up your work.
Oh, before we return to our tasks, should I change back to my old clothes?
Yeah, probably. Let's not be wearing a Speedo in the house again like that.
As you wish.
Alright, how did you do, Wolfie? We found 4 raw materials! Oh, and something else. You got a clay tablet, a take lablet, narrating a small tragedy of human folly. You can read it by opening the files in the menu. Again, I'm not gonna go over that stuff with you guys because I want you to play the game and check it out and make your own decisions. I'm gonna pause here. I'm gonna pause here because we're still getting back into things, and I got a lot of stuff to do and not a whole lot of time to do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this return to content, because I think if I scheduled things right, there are a few more other things coming out. No, this actually might be the first one. I don't know. I don't know anything. Just enjoy the view, and it's good to be back. And hopefully not die again. Literally, I got bronchitis, a concussion. So many things have happened. I'm very unlucky. But you don't need to know all that, so thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it, and I will see you all in the next episode.
Gunfight!